Hello there, Wipper here, and welcome back once again to another mod showcase. Today I'm going to be showing you a mod called the Living Blocks mod, which basically adds new mobs into the game that look identical to like ore blocks or cacti, and they actually are living, so they'll try and run away from you when you actually get close to them. Well, all of them run away from you apart from one, and I'll get onto that later because some of them are really annoying. So yeah, pretty much what happens here is, just for an example, you can go into a cave and then you find like a pocket of coal, and you just start mining the coal, and then one of the coal blocks just runs off. That's kind of the concept of this mod. So you could just be randomly mining ores, and then some of the ore blocks are actually living and they'll try and escape you and flee so they won't be mined. It's kind of hilarious. But don't be fooled, these blocks can only be killed with a sword. You could use a pickaxe, it's just going to take you an awful long time, so it's probably better to use a sword on them. But I'm just going to go through all of these living blocks one by one and show you what they do, and their actual statistics like their health and their speed do change depending on the rarity of the block. So I'm going to start off with the ore blocks that are actually living. So first up we have the coal block, which looks like this. Of course, it just looks identical to a normal coal block, and when you try and get close to it, it's going to run away, and then when it actually goes out of range, it's just going to stop, hopefully. Yes, it's just going to stop. And when they do spawn naturally in the world, they will look exactly like a normal block. They'll actually be at the correct angle. It's only when you actually get close to them that they're going to try and run away from you, because they can smell their imminent death, pretty much, because they're about to be mined by you, and their guts are going to be used. Well, pretty much their guts are like coal. But yeah, I'm just going to chase after this guy. Yep, I'm talking to a block now. Wow, this is insane. But you can see it's dropped some coal ore. So yeah, they're basically just living ores, and it's kind of hilarious when you actually meet these in a cave. But next up we have the living iron. And you'll notice that these guys get faster as their rarity increases. So you'll see how fast at the end the diamond ore is. It's kind of insane. But yeah, so I've just killed that guy. You can see once I killed that iron one, it should have dropped iron ore. Yeah, here it is. There we go. So we've now got an iron ore block. So pretty much they do still eventually end up dropping the ore type that they are meant to be representing. So you're not actually losing ores out of it, but you just have to do a little bit more effort to actually get it. But next up we have the living gold ore block, and as soon as I spawn this guy, you're going to notice how fast it is compared to the rest of them. I mean, I can try and catch up to it, and I'm going to have to sprint jump to actually catch up to the guy, and it's got a lot more health as well. And I just jumped over it then. Get back here, gold block. You're not going to escape me. And there you go. You can see, as expected, it's dropped me some gold ore, like so. But next up, I'm going to be showing you what the redstone living block does. So let's just spawn this guy, and of course it looks like a redstone block, and I think it's exactly the same speed as the gold ore blocks, because I think it's the same rarity pretty much. So there we go, it's dropped some redstone ore, not surprising. But next up we've got lapis. I'm not really sure about the speed of lapis. I think it probably is the same as gold and stuff, because it is still quite rare, although it's quite useless. Well, actually it's not anymore due to the new enchanting system, but it was useless. Let's just kill this thing. Get back here. Haha, there we go. Just imagine using this mod in like survival mode, and you spend ages trying to find like diamond ore, and then when you finally find diamonds, it tries and runs away from you, and you just end up like chasing a diamond block around a cave system. That could be hilarious, especially if it ends up jumping in lava and committing suicide because it just doesn't want to be mined by you. Oh dear, I better eat some cooked chicken now though, because I'm getting really low on my hunger. So yeah, that's the lapis one. Now let's move on to the emerald one, and now we're pretty much getting to the fastest they can possibly be. So let's just kill this emerald living block, die, and there you go, let's drop some emerald, and there we go. But finally we've got the diamond living block, and this one's so fast it's ridiculous. I mean, I can sprint jump and not catch up to this thing when it's running at full pelt. Look at it, it's so fast. Get back here, diamond block. It's not as if you can blend into this environment. I mean, we're in the middle of a mesa biome. You can't exactly blend in with a red sand, can you? Get back here. Yes, it's now dropped some diamond ore, and I can like smelt that in a furnace and get myself some diamonds. So you're not really losing anything by using this mod, because when you find the ores, they still drop the actual original ore. They just try and escape from you and try and like save themselves. It actually kind of makes you feel bad for actually attacking the ores or mining them, because they're living and they have souls and they're trying to escape you because they don't want to die to your pickaxe. It makes you think twice before actually mining ores. But now let's move on to the final three kinds of living blocks. So there's actually three other kinds. So we've got the living melon, the living pumpkin, and the living cactus. So let's start off with the living melon. So let's just spawn this guy down, and yep, you guessed it, looks exactly the same as a melon. So say you come across like a village that's naturally generated in the world, and they have a farm, and in the farm you've got loads of melons, and you think, yay, I can now eat some melon, lovely melon chunks, and then you actually go to try and mine the melon block, and then it tries to run away from you. How annoying would that be? So yeah, the melon one doesn't really have much health at all, it's quite slow, it's pretty much identical to the coal living block, it's really easy to catch, but of course it's still going to be a surprise to you when you actually try and get it, and then it runs away from you. But next up we've got the pumpkin, which is pretty much the same, it still takes a very few amount of hits to actually kill, about 2 hits with a diamond sword, and it's still quite slow. Let's just spawn another one of those so you can see how slow it is. I mean, I can walk and catch up to it, so you're not going to have much problems actually catching up to this guy. Get back here, pumpkin! That's actually quite creepy. Imagine that at night time, just seeing a load of pumpkins chasing you. Actually, I really want to test that out. Let's just change my shader pack so I can actually see something. Okay. Let's go to this one, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to spawn like 30 melons down and see what it looks like. Of course they're not going to be chasing me because they're all scared of me, but it's still going to be quite funny, so let's just spawn loads of these guys down. That's actually quite freaky, look at them, there's loads of living pumpkins, look at their faces. It's horrifying. Imagine just bumping into these just randomly strolling around your world at night time. That'd be so freaky, just pumpkins everywhere. Wow. But yeah, so that's the pumpkin living block. But now let's go to the final kind of living block, and I've saved the best till last here, because it's kind of brilliant. Let's just change my shader pack back again. And by the way, if you're wondering what my shader packs are, now you can see all of these shader packs that I'm actually using. So the final kind of living block is the living cactus, and this one's completely different to the rest of the living blocks because it actually chases you. The rest of them are really scared of you and they all run away from you because you're a horrifying person, because that's definitely what I am. Look how horrifying I am. I'm so scary. But let's just spawn down this cactus, and you can see this guy's a bit of a prick, and wow, I have overused that pun so much now, but it is a cactus, so it is going to be a prick, and it's just going to chase me, and it does the same amount of damage as it would do if you actually walked into a normal cactus, like these guys over here. Hello. Look, these are your parents, you see? These are your parents. Why are you chasing me? These guys are just happy to stand here, and you, the child, are just trying to kill me. Wow, you're so evil. Oh, the fact I've just called them his parents, and then his parents just killed them. Oh, okay. Wow. That cacti just got killed by his own parents. Wow. Anyway, so yeah, this is the living cacti. Actually, let's just go into creative and spawn a bunch of these. Probably about that many. And let's go back into survival, I think. Oh, wow. There's a herd of them, and now it's raining. That does not help. Look at this, I've got a herd of cacti chasing me. Oh, that would hurt. I think they'd kill me instantly if I just stood still. They'd just all swarm around me and then damage me so much. Can I actually jump on top of them? Oh, this hurts. Ow, ow. I can't even get away. I'm gonna die to a load of cacti. And wow, look, there's a load of living pumpkins over here. These are the ones I spawned earlier. Oh no, don't get killed by the small cacti, that would be really funny. Okay, let's go back here and see if we can actually kill some. Yeah, you can see, as you'd predict, they do actually end up dropping the cacti the same way as the melons drop melon and the pumpkins drop pumpkin. But yeah, that pretty much sums up everything in this mod. It's actually quite easy to actually kill these cacti because they're very slow, because they're cacti. But yes, you can just kill these, and yeah, still a bit of a surprise if you bump into these at night time. You won't know what's happened to you, really. I mean, if you get attacked by cacti, that's really embarrassing. But yeah, that pretty much sums up everything in this mod. It just adds living blocks into the game that assume the form of normal blocks and disguise themselves in the ground, and they spawn in like cave systems. At the usual levels you'll actually find diamonds and lapis and stuff, and I just got pricked to death. Wow, that's a very fitting end to that cacti army or something. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please remember to smash that like button if you've enjoyed this video, and I'll be seeing you next mod showcase.